Hello, Musto0063 back to kick off a new project. Yes, for those of you wondering where on earth the continuation of I Want to Be the Co-op is, that's going to be a fair way off. Not only did Liam and I really annoyingly lose our save file just before Christmas, which caused us no end of panic. Thankfully we have been able to get it back, so Liam's managed to contact the creator, and so we have got our save file back at the final boss. So, yay for that. On the downside, the final boss is a hell of a thing, and that's going to take us quite a while to do. We both kind of want to make a fair amount of progress through the boss as well, and not just have one person kind of race through and go miles ahead. So, getting both of us to survive is a bit of a thing, and it's going to take quite some time. I didn't want to leave my channel sort of dormant for so long in that case, and the sort of an immediate project that sort of came to mind was Mega Man 9. But for those of you who obviously been following all the Mega Man Let's Play Perfect runs that I've been doing, you'll know that I still do a sort of scripting out of the Robot Master stages just to make sure that because I'm doing a Let's Play and a Perfect Run version, that I'm not, or that I say everything I want to say, but that I'm not repeating myself too much. So I script out all the commentary for that. As at the time I'm recording this, I've got 6 of the 8 Robot Master stages fully scripted out, so I've got 2 left to go. I've not really started doing any of the actual recording of the commentary for it. So it's a little way off, but I'm 99% sure that come the time I finish this project, Mega Man 9 Let's Play Perfect runs will be fully sorted out, and indeed that will be the next project that comes up immediately after this one, which, by the way, is I Want to Go the Jumple Refrenture, which is not the easiest thing to say, and it is the successor to I Want to Go the Jungle Adventure, which is a game I played at the back end of 2016. Pretty much 95% or so is wall jumping or vine gimmicks. There's a little bit of platforming, but predominantly wall jumping and vines, but with a nice sort of twist. So not just a standard, that as a standard, but but having sort of gravity flipping, floaty jumping, speed boost, that kind of thing. So a nice little twist on the standard wall jumping, and it was a really, really nice, nicely designed game, and I had quite a bit of fun with it. So I thought, okay, well, why not do the successor? I Want to Go the Jumple Refrenture, which is, or it is based on jump refreshers or double jump replenishers, however you want to think about them, rather than wall jumping or vines. So if I just kind of go off and go to the game select screen, you'll see that amazingly enough, the first time I played this game, and indeed Jungle Adventure, obviously the first time to complete it, it took roughly the same time, so between 7.5 and 8 hours. I think I've got about 1,000 more deaths on this game. But despite the fact that I would definitely, all things considered, prefer jump refreshers as a gimmick, I just think I just find them more easy to get my head around and more easier to use, certainly than wall jumping. For those of you who've watched I Want to Be the Sublime Let's Play, or indeed just familiar with my I Want to Be gameplay, will know I have a bit of an issue with wall jumping sometimes. But despite my sort of definite preference for jump refreshers, I would say I found this game harder than I did Jungle Adventure, which is saying something. I think that's probably all I want to say by way of introduction. So I do have a couple of things to say right off the bat when we get in. But without any further ado, let's go in. We will start a new game. No bow. And so sort of the hard equivalent, I guess. So not the easiest difficulty, or I think it might even be the easiest difficulty, because I'm not sure the bow actually works in terms of having extra save points. But certainly to the point of view where there are a fair number of save points, and I'm not doing it on something like an impossible mode or a very hard mode or whatever by I Want to Be the Guy standards. So no bow mode it is, and off we go. So the first thing is that I've got the music turned down very slightly lower than I would ordinarily, because, like Jungle Adventure, which its opening, the song for its opening stage was Africa by Toto, I didn't want to get a copyright strike or copyright violation or whatever when I uploaded that. And the music in the background to the opening stage of this game is Get Lucky by Daft Punk. So similar sort of issue, fairly well known, obviously, and So we don't want to risk potentially getting a copyright strike. That might mean that I end up talking a bit more continuously, although that tends to be the way these Let's Plays go, funnily enough, listening back to them myself. Anyway, slightly, I'll raise the music a bit in future videos, but for the moment it's going to be fairly low down, and you might have to hear me talk more than I perhaps otherwise would. The other thing that's probably worth saying, as I sort of maybe kind of let's finally kind of kick off the gameplay, is if you can remember, or you want to look, or you can think back, or indeed look up what the opening screen of Jumple Refrenture was. It was fairly laid back. There weren't too many kind of obstacles lying around. It was a sort of a very gentle introduction to the game. Yeah, let's take a look at this screen in comparison. Looks a bit more dangerous and deadly. So yeah, definitely no hand holding here. Thrust right into the deep end, and yeah, that's kind of how the game starts. And yeah, not too bad on the first screen. 5 deaths, yeah, I'll take that. And yeah, a definite sort of immediate jump in the immediate kind of getting thrust into the game without anything like a sort of tutorial, if you will. Probably worth saying at this point in time that the jump refreshers, you can actually, if I stop here for a moment, if I sort of jump up and collect it, you can see that the colour drains out of it, so you can see that's ultimately how you can tell, if indeed you need to tell, at any point in time, that you've actually collected the refresher, that it is collected and you will have your ability active. But yeah, the colour drains, then you've collected it. Unlike maybe some other games as well, which is kind of nice, and indeed probably mandatory actually for certain areas. Not a huge amount, but still a few. The double jump replenishers do come back. So yeah, it's not like that's bad, and I'm not going to make that jump. I'm not going to make that one either, and I couldn't save myself. Blast it. I fell off the ledge there and didn't get my double jump, so I was like, nah, that's definitely not going to work. Let's try and save myself, but yeah, couldn't really manage to pull it off. But yeah, they do sort of come back. So yeah, if you do find yourself, for instance, climbing up a tall shaft, and you sort of miss the double jump replenisher, but fall down and manage to save yourself, then wow, oh my god, I couldn't save myself the second time. Then yeah, it's not like you have to die or restart. The replenisher will come back, and yeah, as long as you're patient and you wait for the refresher to come back, then yeah, you can use it again and again. I mean, it doesn't come back instantaneously, so if you're sort of falling down a shaft, then don't expect to be able to grab it sort of on your way down and save yourself, because it takes a bit of time to respawn in, if you will. But yeah, it's nice that they yeah, they're not gone completely, and that you don't have to kind of reset or die if you make a mistake. Okay, I'm kind of really wishing now that I'd managed to do that final jump. When I had the chance, it's not. I wouldn't say it's too difficult at the moment. Certainly, I would say that jump here is kind of tricky. But I wouldn't really say the rest is all that tricky. But I seem to be having a lot of problems for some reason pulling this off. Okay, we're done. Yay. Okay, that took a bit longer than I would ideally liked, but oh well, we're done. Other things to talk about on the first stage. I wouldn't really say that there are sort of too much in the way of gimmicks really in play here in the first stage. We still will sort of start to see some really kind of fancy gimmicks kind of coming in from second stage onwards. But yeah, first stage we've pretty much only got these standard fare, damn it, refreshers, which are obviously all these greyish ones or sort of turquoise. My colour recognition is terrible, so apologies if I got that wrong. But yeah, these sort of ones being the standard fare refreshers, so no sort of real extra ability. Just if you've used your double jump up or your second jump up, then yeah, you basically get it back. There's only one other type of icon, and I'm going to say icon really rather than refresher, that we encounter in the first stage. You'll understand why when we get there. But yeah, we really probably only have the sort of standard one in play for the first stage. I also would say that that went quite well. I'm very pleased with how that little section went. I would say that for the most part in the game, or certainly in stage 1, that it's pretty intuitively obvious where you need to go. That won't always be the case, but there are certainly some times in Jungle Adventure where I kind of felt, oh, do I get that wall? Do I wall jump off of that wall now? Do I go a different way? And you know, sometimes the ordering of what you need to do was a little bit unclear. I do generally find, say, with a few exceptions, that this game tends to be easier to detect that. As we come to the final screen of stage 1, actually, yeah, I need to keep my double jump for that top bit because yeah, well, let me demonstrate. I needed to keep my double jump, or I needed to collect the refresher that got me my double jump back in order to make the jump over to the right. And here's the other icon I was talking about. It's basically the jump canceller. So yeah, if you touch that icon, then yeah, you will lose your double jump ability. So yeah, to stay away from pretty much all the time. I mean, there will be times when you have to interact with them, but yeah, most of the time, yes, you want to be avoiding them best as possible. And for instance here, I haven't really got any option to touch these ones, and if I do a forward jump, then I will lose my double jump and I can't make it over to the left. So I need to do a sort of a smaller jump, which means that I can then you know, use my double jump through the icons so that I can make it to the left, and obviously having kept my double jump. But yeah, why I sort of hesitated to call them a jump refresher gimmick or anything like that, because while they're certainly in play and you do have to worry about them, they're not really contributing to, you know, too much to certainly what I would call a jumping gimmick. Yeah, as I said, last screen of the stage. If you cast your eye over to the sort of left area, you'll see a warp. That is indeed the end of stage 1. Pretty sure I messed that up on about 2 fronts. So not only did I land on the spike, but I'm pretty sure I also touched the jump canceller icon there, which was terrible because I need to keep that for that section, because I want my double jump in play in order to make it through that sort of yeah, diagonal fall. And yeah, given that I think that the jump actually on the top right is the hardest in the entire first stage, now having got to that area, got to the large sort of fall and died twice, I'm kind of a bit irritated. Only mildly at the moment, admittedly, but yeah, here's hoping this doesn't last or doesn't go on for an excessive amount of time, because I can't even get up there at the moment to even try and demonstrate why I think it's most difficult. But yeah, the bit hopefully that we're going to be coming up to now, collecting that refresher, I think is yeah, the hardest thing in stage 1. I tend to find I either always bang my head on the ceiling just before it, which is not good. Yes, or I jump too low, not hitting my head on the ceiling, obviously, but jump too low, and I don't actually get enough height to then with my double jump in order to able to collect the icon. So yeah, anyway, it's done. It's done reasonably quickly, and yeah, I'm kind of happy about that, because as I say, I do think it's the most awkward part of stage 1, and it's good to have it out of the way without it having taken too long. Come on now, this is going pretty bad. I'm not quite sure why. Is my align not very good? Again, I don't think this game necessarily really, you have to sort of be too conscious of a pixel aligning or anything like that. I feel like I almost have to say that for every single bloody game for now, but which is just sad in my opinion. But yeah, I don't think it's a big thing. Although, funnily enough, actually walking up against this wall here seems to be making this jump manoeuvre a lot easier. So I think I'll be continuing to do that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, let's leave aside the whole pixel aligning issue. Yeah, we're at the final bit of stage 1, and yeah, can we please actually make some progress and do it? I don't know what on earth's happening here at the moment. This is by nowhere near the most difficult. What is going on? this bit here is not that difficult, but have I now got a terrible line or something that's sort of somehow preventing me from doing this? Because I cannot honestly believe that I'm messing up this much just ordinarily. This is going absolutely appallingly. Thank goodness that I did that there and then, because that was starting to get irritating. Anyway, stage 1 done. That's probably a good time to call it there. We will get to see some sort of more gimmicks in stage 2. This is stage 2. You can maybe see some certainly some different coloured refreshers as well. And of course they do. They do different things, and we'll get to see what they are next time. So yeah, I'll try and keep these. I'm hoping this maybe try and do one stage per video, at least for the first 4 stages. I think from stages 5 and 6, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to start cutting all over the place, which I may end up doing anyway. I don't know. But yeah, not really made too much use of sort of additional jump refresher gimmicks so far, or certainly in stage 1, but we will definitely get to see those in play in stage 2. So yeah, I hope you'll join me for that, and yeah, until then, cheerio.